High school athletes haven't competed in months amid the pandemic. Relaxed COVID restrictions allow students to return to their games once again.
But many athletes aren't just physically rusty from the time off. Some who've battled the virus tell Ari Bruckman it's also been a mental challenge. Ari?
Eric, it's been a tough road for some student athletes returning to their sport after recovering from COVID. A local doctor tells me he's seen it too.
I had the fever at first, and then when it really hit me that I had it is when I lost my taste, lost my smell.
Recovering from COVID can be different for everyone. Some experience extreme fatigue and loss of taste or smell. Others are asymptomatic. For student athletes who've battled the virus, like Rockford Lutheran senior boys basketball player Zach Darris, returning to action can prove to be more of a mental than physical challenge.
It was 3 days that I felt physically drained. It was in the mental part for me. It was being in the house for 2 weeks, not being able to do anything. That part really sucked.
Darris isn't the only student athlete who has experienced mental fatigue coming back from the virus. Dr. Anthony Rizzo is a sports medicine physician at Mercy Health Hospital. He's seen the negative impacts on younger athletes.
A lot of athletes that use that as kind of an outlet for stress relief. We're seeing a little bit more of a buildup of anxiety and some depression in younger athletes, such as teenagers and college-level athletes.
Rizzo also works as a team physician for Rockford University. He says those who had moderate to severe symptoms need to be aware of physical concerns as well.
The bigger concern I get is their hearts, because we are seeing some connections with infection of the heart due to COVID. So that's the one thing that we screen our athletes for. So when it comes to screening, that means we're doing a screening EKG. If we're seeing stuff pop up on that, then we're sending them to a specialist, a cardiologist.
While Darris admits he put pressure on himself to get back on the court, he advises other student athletes battling back to prioritize their health.
It definitely took me a little while to get back to full strength. After a while, 2 weeks or so, started to get back into it, and from there, I started getting my strength back, and felt pretty good after that.
Dr. Rizzo recommends using a return-to-play program. The program lasts between 5 and 7 days, allowing players to gradually increase physical activity. Mimi?